The Euphrates River is among the world's most important rivers, and it is undergoing inexplicable alterations that have astonished people. Though it is home to many plants and animals and provides water to millions of people, there is something more astounding about the river that adds to its value. This river drying up is also considered a biblical event and has been linked with the second coming and an apocalypse. So, what is the importance of this river to the people? How is it considered biblical? Welcome back to Mystery Revealed, where we feed your curious minds with some of the most unknown secrets ever. Let's have a peek. The Euphrates River is the greatest river in Western Asia. The huge river rises in Turkey and flows to the Persian Gulf via southeast Syria and Iraq, where it joins the Tigris River at the Shuttle Arab via later and empties into the Persian Gulf. The bulk of the water in the river is caused by rainfall as well as melting ice and snow. We understand the river's relevance to humanity, but what about the Bible? This river is referenced several times in the Bible and has enormous significance. Let me elaborate. The origin of the Great River has been recounted in the Bible. The river flowed from Eden, refreshing the garden before separating into four branches. The fourth branch of this river is known as the Euphrates, and it is stated that the river flows from Eden. Following that, it divides into four sibling rivers. The Bible says the Lord forged a covenant. That day, God spoke to Abram and said, I have granted this loan to your descendants all the way from the boundary of Egypt to the big Euphrates River. Tell us about when God spoke to Abraham and made a covenant with him. Lower flows of water from Turkey through the Tigris and Euphrates River, on which Iraq has relied mostly for agriculture, have left it more vulnerable when the rains have stopped. Dams upstream, particularly in Turkey, according to Baghdad, are draining its waterways. Turkey claims it has never altered the river's courses or shut off any water. In July, Turkey was struck by a drought, and instead of asking for additional water, Baghdad should manage its supply more wisely. Rainfall in Turkey's southeast, where the Tigris and Euphrates meet, was 29% lower than the previous three-decade average, and it will be considered lower in 2021, according to statistics from Turkey's Meteorological Service. We are all patiently waiting and preparing for Christ's second coming. All of us believers await the rapture, but when will Christ return? The truth is that neither an angel in heaven nor a human on earth knows the exact date, time, or year when the judgment occurs. However, no one knows the date or the hour when these things will occur, not even the angels and the heaven Son himself. Only the Father knows. This information has inspired a lot of conjecture among preachers and believers, and there have been many public predictions made throughout the years. But here's the thing. All we know about that when it does happen, it will be like Noah's days before the flood. Everyone would be absorbed in banquets and weddings, implying that while we are all equally aware of the day of judgment, it can occur at any time. Even if it appears to many that it occurred at an unexpected time, the rapture will be the first event that occurs. We who have survived the rapture will see an angel appear from the east bearing the seal of the living God. This angel arrives with the instruction to the four angels of destruction not to attack the earth or the selected people. Once the angel has finished sealing 144,000 people are chosen when the angels sound the seven trumpets. On which the sixth trumpet sounds, four angels chained to the Euphrates rivers are freed, each with an army of 200 million mounted men. These warriors can summon fire, brimstone, and smoke from these mounds, and they are responsible for the extinction of 1/3 of humanity. Now, the question remains, what role does the Euphrates River play in this? Well, the combination of dams and drought has reduced the water levels in the two rivers that flow into Iraq this year to less than 1/5 of the prior levels. Inefficient use of the water Iraq does have, due to poor management, illegal siphoning of supplies, and old, leaky infrastructure from decades of conflict, and it has exacerbated the situation, he added. According to the United Nations Food and Agricultural Organization, in Iraq, about 90% of the rain-fed crops, mostly wheat and barley, failed this season. Iraq may produce over 5.5 million tons of wheat by 2020, and the government barely received 2.1 million last year. Due to the water scarcity, people from the areas surrounding the Euphrates River had to sell their livestock and were forced to travel about 40 miles twice a month just to buy drinking water. First, during the Great Tribulation era, when the sixth angel blew the trumpet, the Holy Scriptures revealed that four angels chained to the Euphrates were freed to slay 1/3 of humanity. That sixth angel blew his trumpet, and I heard a voice from the four horns of the golden altar in front of God. It commanded the sixth angel, who held the trumpet, to free those four angels who are imprisoned near the vast river of the Euphrates. Second, in the book of Revelation, it revealed that the sixth angel poured out his bow on all the great river Euphrates, and its water was dried up to prepare the way of the kings from the east. This is one of the seven bowls of God's wrath, each consisting of judgments full of the wrath of corn, which is being unleashed on the foe. The Euphrates River is a vital aspect of the environmental and economy of this vast region. The four angels that have been waiting for this exact hour, day, and time, according to the recent Ministry of Water Resources studies, that there will be a 30% decrease in water volume by 2035. Due to inadequate river supply conservation, some areas have already experienced severe drought. This loss in water will be disastrous for the region's economy. They'll consider it a portent of the end times, and when that time comes, the Euphrates will completely dry up. Finally, we must all ask ourselves one question. Are we prepared to meet God when the time comes? What do you think about this theory? Let us know in the comments.